Amazing. All right. So yesterday we cut out the cylinder part. We discovered that there's 2 circles and 1 rectangle in a cylinder. Of all the shapes I've taught you this week, this one's the hardest one. It's kind of tricky in a way, but this is the hardest one. All right. We're going to use this handout to take our first set of notes. So you got this worksheet from the person in front of you. Have it out. All right. So we have the cylinder here on our paper. The radius is 4 centimeters and the height is 6. So in order to find the surface area of this shape, I need to find the area of the top circle. How do I find the area of a circle in general? What's the formula for a circle? Pi times radius squared. We wrote it down yesterday. Okay, so what is pi equal to, everybody? We should know that. 3.14, right? That's one of those things now in 7th grade you should have memorized. When you see pi, it's 3.14. All right. What is the radius of this circle on my sheet of paper? 4. So what do we have to do to 4? Wait, what? Not times 2. Square it, which means to multiply by itself. So 4 times 4 is 16. All right, write 16 right there. 3.14 times 16. All right. Let's do it with a calculator. And they're all the wrong answers. All right, what's 3.14 times 16 with the calculator? 3.14 times 16 is 50.24. Oh, this came from 4 squared. Jumped a little. 4 squared. All right. So the area of this top circle is 50.24 centimeters squared. So what's the area of the bottom circle? Same thing, right? So the circles are the same. Think of a can of corn. Have you ever opened up a can of corn? Or a can of green beans or whatever? Yeah. Isn't the top and the bottom the same? Yeah. So the top circle is the same thing as the bottom circle. Okay? Now, it says area of the rectangle at the in the middle of the worksheet. The area of the rectangle here. How do I find the area of a rectangle? You had it on your do now. Length times width, right? Basic. Now it's basic. Now, did I show you the water bottle trick yesterday? Right? Yeah. So if I took the wrapper of a water bottle, it's a circle, right? Goes around a circle. But when I open it up, what shape does it become? It becomes a rectangle. So this rectangle that you see here was originally wrapped around this can of corn, let's say. This 6 is this 6 right here, okay? This 6 that I'm going to highlight in blue is this 6 that you see right here, okay? So that would be like the width of my rectangle. The width is 6. So length times width, okay? Now, the length of my rectangle, this part of my rectangle right here, this part, here's my label for my water bottle, is this bottom part, right? Or the top part? They're both the same. When it became a circle, so let me highlight this. Hold on. See if you can make the connection. So like this part of my circle, the yellow part that I'm highlighting is like this bottom part, right? Do you guys see the connection? It's this bottom part of the rectangle. But when I turn it back into a circle, this part of the rectangle, it now is circular, right? What do we call it going around the circle? Not the area, but what else did we learn? But in the circle, there's a special name. circumference, which is perimeter, right? But we're special. We're extra. We don't call it perimeter when it comes to a circle. We call it circumference. So this part of the circle is circumference, which becomes the length of a rectangle. So this part that's highlighted in yellow, it's a circle, right? It's a circumference. It's the perimeter. But when I open it up, it's this part of a rectangle, the length. It's like magic. Anyways, so this is the length, this part. But it's also the circumference of a circle. And that's why we wrote C here. C equals pi times D. They wrote pi as 3.14. So what is the diameter of this circle? It is 8. How did he get 8? Because the radius is 4. And if, remember back in the day when we were doing circles, if the radius is 4, half the size, what would be the whole thing, the diameter? It would be 8. Remember when we used to do those? Oh, they're so easy now, right? Gosh. So that's why this. So this yellow part is the circumference of the circle. It came out of a circle. So we're going to do 3.14 times 8 equals 25.12, which means that this yellow part is 25.12. So the length is 25.12. The width is 6. Can I now do the area? Yes. I can now figure out that the area is equal to 25.12 times 6. So this is not my area. This is my circumference, which turns into Batman. No, it turns into the length of your rectangle. So 25.12 times 6. So the area is equal to 150.72. 150.72. This rectangle piece that was once part of a circle has an area of 150.72. Woo! It's a lot, and it's not easy. You know, I usually say it's easy. It's not. It's hard. Not. And it's great to show it to you on a Friday, huh? I'm sure you'll remember. Okay. Did you find the area of the top circle, bottom circle, and the area of the rectangle? Yes. Now what do I do with these numbers? I'm going to add them. So you're going to add the area of the circle, which is 50.24, plus another 50.24, plus, what's the area of the rectangle? 150.72. So without a calculator, without, can you add these three numbers without a calculator, please? It's good practice for you to just, we're going to quietly write it down, and then we're going to give everyone a couple of seconds to figure this out while I play with the mouse. It's a fake mouse. It's a stress ball. What do we get? What? So 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 2 is 10, carry the 1. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, carry the 1. Bring down the 1. 5, 10, 15, carry the 1. 2, 51, 20.
Oh my god, right.
So the surface area is equal to 251.20 centimeters squared. This is a lot. This tests you on, do you know how to find the area of a circle? Do you know how to find the circumference? Do you know how to find the area of a rectangle? And do you know how to find the surface area? This, if they give you this problem, it would probably be worth 20 points. You would probably spend a good 20 minutes on it, but it's testing you on so many different things that you actually do know how to do. But do you know how to put all of these things together? All right. Cool. Your personal opinion. Okay, find the surface area of the cylinder. So here we have a brand new cylinder, 10 and 30. Let's find the area of the top circle. This should be fine. You should be able to do this. Area is equal to pi r squared. So start off. I know I just finished telling you it was hard. This part, okay, it's not terribly hard. Let's do it. Let's do this. Plug in your numbers. You can all plug in numbers for this one. Then what do I do? Yep, so you plug it in. It would be 3.14 times 10 squared, right? What's 3.14 times 100? 314, no more decimal point. So if the area of the top circle is 314, that means that the bottom one is 314 centimeters squared. So we have those two numbers. We're okay so far? Now comes the harder part. The area of the rectangle. And usually every single day I would say, oh my gosh, area of a rectangle, that's like the easiest thing in the world. Length times width. But this one, the 30 is your width. The length is actually the circumference of the circle. Well, they set it up pretty nice for you. They plugged in the numbers. What is the D though? What's the diameter? 20. So we got to take the 20, the diameter 20. How do we get 20? 10 plus 10, or 10 times 2 from the circle. 3.14. So 3.14 times 20 equals 62.8. So that means that the measurement of this side of the rectangle is 62.8. Does that mean that the area is 62.8? No. What's the next thing I have to do? So now I have to take 30 times 62.8. So the area of the rectangle is length times width. This is my width and this is my length. So I got to multiply it. Okay, this is my width and this is my length. Yep. So the area is equal to 1,884 centimeters squared. Okay, so I have the area of the top circle, the area of the bottom circle, the area of the rectangle. Now what do I have to do? Add them together. So Diego now becomes a little bit easier. Up here, I want you to add 1,884 plus 314 plus 314. Without a calculator. So add those numbers up. Good practice. Plus 314 plus 314. 2512? 2,512? Yes. 2,512. So I go back here. Total surface area is 2,512 centimeters squared. Imagine this on your quiz. It is a lot. We're going to do one more. Yeah,
I got it right.
All right. I mean, that's why I tested you on the two that were honestly a lot easier than this one. This one's just it's a lot. You all should know how to do it. It's just a lot. All right, let's do one in your notebooks. Can you draw a cylinder? No. Start off with an oval, not a circle, but an oval.
Didn't you teach us how to draw it?
Yes, when we did volume, volume is so much easier than surface area.
Yeah, it's way easier.
Volume is the area of your shape, which is a circle, times your height. And that's it. You're done. Volume is how much stuff it's inside. Surface area is wrapping paper around it. Surface area is the inside part. Okay, you do an oval. Draw a line down, close it up. And I'm going to do this 3 inches and this 7 inches. Let's deal with some smaller numbers. 3 and 7. Yep. So the first part is to find the area of your circle part. So, pi r squared. Squared. So 3.14 times 3 squared. What's 3 squared? 9. So this is good practice of practicing the area of a circle because you will 100% have to do the area of the circle. Will it be combined with surface area or just by itself? That we will not know until 28 point. I got 9 times 3.14, 28.26.
Yeah, same.
Okay, so if the area of one circle is 28.26, then the second one is 28.26. It's the same. Type it in again. 9 times 3.14. Okay, now comes the 9 times 3.14. Okay, clear your calculator. What number did you type in first? 9 times 3.14 equals. So clear it. Or why your calculator is rounding. Clear it, clear it, clear it. Clear, 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 clear. Okay. Now comes the rectangle. Mine. Why would you even question that? Okay. What is this measurement here? 7. This one is this one. Okay? Those two are 7s. Okay. Now this part is a circumference. Circumference. Circumference is equal to pi times d. So it's like they don't just give you the number. You got to solve for it, which kind of sucks, but it's good. We practice. What's pi? 3.14 times what's my diameter? 6. Because it's 3 times 2. This is the one we do 6. 3 times 2. So what's 3.14 times 6? 18.84. That's the circumference, which is also your length. It's rounding then. You have a setting on your calculator that it's rounding your numbers. So you have to like undo the rounding part. It's rounding to the nearest tenth. All right, so 18.84 times 7. So our area is equal to 131.88. How did I get 131.88? I took 18.84 and I multiplied by 7. Okay, and I get an area of 131.88. What is my last thing I need to do before we clean up? Add them. So let's write it down. 131.88 plus 28.26 plus 28.26. We're adding all this up. 131.88, 28.26, 28.26. We're adding with our fingers, not our calculators, because it's good practice just to add this, Diego, without using a calculator sometimes. We're just adding basic numbers here. Use your fingers. Huh? Oh, you need that? All right. Plenty of time to do this. Confirm our answers. Okay, what do we got? Yep. So surface area is equal to 188.4 centimeters, or what is it? Inches? Inches squared. Imagine doing all of this work and then you get it wrong because you use the wrong units. That would suck. But just go slow. Just go slow.
I got it right, and I